Alright, what is up? What is up? My name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. And we are going to see what's going on in your energy. Alright, let's see. Let's go over. Alright. Let's see what's going on in your energy real quick. I'm going to use the Tea and Timing Oracle at first. See what type of energy comes out. Alright, you could be experiencing a lot of attacks at this time. But it's usually like that because you're on the verge of something. Either you'll have an attack mentally, physically, emotionally, but it's preparing you for something. Alright, let's see. I don't even know if I did the introduction. What's going on? My name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. Alright. Dirt digging. Somebody is looking for information on you. Alright. Somebody could have been doing this since December. Alright, somebody could have been doing this since September. Alright, impersonator. This is somebody who wants to be you. Alright, something's happening by the end of the week. Alright, something is happening by the end of the week. Moving is significant. Something could be moving around for you, or you could be moving. Or you could be given an opportunity to move. Alright, so whoever is doing some sort of digging, alright, isn't paying attention to what they got going on. Alright, gas leaks. So they got something going on that they don't necessarily know about. Alright, isolation. Somebody could have been doing something to keep you in isolation since December. Alright, screenshots here. You got somebody trying to impersonate you. Screenshots, so it could be fake pages. Alright, Queen Rising. You're stepping into your power. Alright, next spring. Spring. So springtime. You're moving in the springtime, or something is moving for you. Alright, you're going to be seeing a lot of people who aren't happy for you at this time. Alright, but Spirit said, get out your head. These people are in their head. Alright, dust it off. Alright, Spirit is moving you from, I think Spirit could be moving you. It's time to let go. Alright, it's time to let go. And that could be of an environment. May is here. Alright, so you definitely could be moving in May. It's a fake flexing is here. Alright, so people could be trying to mess up something that belongs to you. It could be a name, anything. Spirit is saying don't worry about that. Alright, Spirit said these are their dirty offers. Alright, or you got people wanting to come towards you and give you dirty offers. Alright, trip abroad is significant next winter. So somebody could be planning ahead, impersonator. Cloud hungry. You got, I feel this, well, you got a lot of people watching you anyways. Alright, so Something about a house rate, a mortgage. Somebody could be buying a home. Somebody's a happiness hater. Karmic friends. So watch the people that you're partying with. Or watch the people that you are around. Dress it up. Stalker. Alright, this could be a copycat. Fake accounts. Yep. So somebody close by you. Somebody close. Talking shit. Alright. Dodging a bullet. Amazing chemistry. Terrible timing. Alright, dirty offer again. Alright, so. Alright, whoever this is, cop blocker, this is somebody that's close by you. That doesn't have pure intentions. Somebody who does something with no facts. This person is watching your comments. Alright, so this could be somebody that you know. Somebody could be bullying you online. Bankruptcy is here. Talking shit. This could be somebody that you know. Photo proof. Random tests. It's like somebody randomly keeps doing shit. Indecision causes delays. Okay, so they want you to second guess yourself when it comes to situations. Somebody is being haunted. Alright, fishing for comments. Carlos is here. And broke ass. This is somebody who ain't got shit else to do. What's going on, Mo? This is somebody who ain't got shit else to do. Alright, next week looks promising. Alright, so somebody was trying to do something to stop you from being able to have something. Spirit say, not in this lifetime, because the time is now. Well, damn. So, yeah, Spirit say not in this lifetime. Somebody thought that they were going to stop you. Spirit said the time is now. By the end of the month is here. So something is happening by the end of the month. Insurance is here. So you could be receiving something that requires you to put some sort of insurance on it, a home or a car. All right. Somebody could be trying to use some sort of scarcity tactic to somebody not do something. Somebody gonna be bankrupt by July for fucking with a Queen Rising. Alright, somebody's wanting to show their true feelings. Alright, then I got February. Somebody's want to show their true feelings. Alright, child services is here. Somebody worried about you, but they got other shit they need to be worried about. Alright, somebody could be getting evicted and child services. Alright, for fucking with you. Alright. Somebody's getting ready to move. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Next month looks promising. It says next month looks promising, and then you have by the end of the month. Alright, so somebody could definitely be moving by the end of the month. By the end of the month, beginning of next month. Alright, August is here. Bad reputation, clout hungry. Somebody who's always partying. Screenshots ain't shit. Bad karma. It's like somebody trying to catch you. Drama starter. It's like somebody just wants to fuck up your mood. It has to be somebody that you know. Alright, divorce is here. Somebody going through grief. Somebody going through a divorce. Alright, 12 months from now, somebody had to wait 12 months to get a divorce. Alright, and now somebody can move on. Alright, somebody is no longer trauma bonding. Somebody is no longer trauma bonding, so somebody could be cyberbullying you. Cyberbullying is there. This person's clout hungry. Alright, wasting their time. Solo parenting is here the next couple of years. Damn, somebody karma not having love for the next couple of years. Alright, you got a romantic love affair. Okay, ready to happen. Oh, excuse me. All right, third party, multiple lovers. All right. Spirit is saying move in silence. Spirit is saying move in silence. Whatever you got going on. All right, this is a 30-minute read. All right, if you are interested in a 30-minute read, 30-minute reads are $20. All right. 30-minute reads are $20. On the spot reads are 22. All right, love on the spot reads are 15. Something about the government. It's like the second time that came out. All right, so you could be owed some money. All right, let's see. Something's aligned. All right, single, sexy, and successful. All right, you're getting ready to departure. You're getting ready to go on some sort of trip. All right, you're getting ready to go somewhere, personal growth, moving on. All right, military man is significant, or somebody could just see you in high honor. All right, your ancestors is here. All right, and protection. Somebody's coming in to protect your mind, body, and soul is what I heard. All right, exploration. Something's happening because you're ready. All right, confidence is here. Somebody was doing some sort of love spell and that shit backfired horribly. All right, so somebody wanted to abuse their power. All right, so that you would miss out on a long-term investment. Somebody didn't realize that you was gifted. You was super gifted. All right, anything that was for you, you was gonna get anyways. Shit. Yeah, you were gifted. So whatever burdens they were sending your way, you were getting through them shits. All right, emotional maturity. You weren't breaking down. All right, mature woman. This is why this wealth is coming in. Somebody was trying to break your heart purposely. This is what people have been doing to you your whole life. All right, with voodoo, trying to make you go through things. All right, justice is here. You're receiving justice. Spirit said keep moving and keep working. All right, keep blocking. Unwanted energy, unexpected money is here. That's getting ready to balance some things out. Somebody's emotionally in some sort of turmoil. All right, some emotional pain. All right, because you're moving forward. Family and celebration. You're getting ready to celebrate. Something is going in your favor and somebody passing away. A karmic film. All right, because you love yourself. Somebody did spell work on you, and all you did was love yourself, and boom, now they passing away. All they had to do was love themselves. It's crazy. All right, unlimited reads to the end of the year. Unlimited reads to the end of the year of $45. All right, commitment is here. Occupation, you could be committed to something that you do. All right, you're manifesting something. All right, karma is here where you're getting whatever it is that you're manifesting. All right, there's a relationship here. If you are interested in unlimited reads to the end of the year, all right, $45. All right, somebody is concerned about a new relationship. All right, wisdom is here. Rock bottom, hardship, manifestation. You got a love offer coming in. Somebody was collaborating to do stupid shit. All right, and you was just collaborating with spirit, and now you got love coming in. Somebody is confused of how you did this. All right, because they try to throw all types of obstacles in your way. All right, but you're a priestess. So, all right, yeah. Damn, intuitive Kev came out. Yeah, you're intuitive. All right, and you rely on that. Hope, inspiration, serenity, and faith. All right, star energy, resilience, determination, perseverance. All right, you changed a lot of things in your life. All right, you took a lot of risks. All right, priest here. You took a lot of risks, but you was close to God when you did it. All right, choice. You could have made a choice to end something with a Jezebel spirit. All right, or you got clarity about a Jezebel spirit, or somebody has gotten some sort of clarity about a Jezebel spirit that has allowed them to end things. All right, yeah. A divine masculine is listening to their ancestors. All right, a divine masculine is listening to their ancestors. There's a divine masculine that's wanting to come in and celebrate. All right, this person is coming in to celebrate, and somebody is mentally, emotionally fucked up because somebody is coming in to celebrate with you. All right, an emperor. Got somebody mentally, emotionally fucked up because this person only has eyes for you. Justice is here for a fucking emperor. All right, let's see. All right, justice. Something's ending. Something's passing away. This is a permanent ending. All right, meaning ain't no coming back for this. All right, long-term vision. All right, somebody can now complete their goals. All right, because somebody was in the way. Somebody stopping somebody's potential. All right, yeah, reliability here. Somebody's concerned because they know that energy is coming back. Reliability, practicality. All right, yeah, something's being given. And somebody in bondage, they can't do shit. Somebody in emotional pain because somebody is walking in their divinity and making choices for themselves. All right, occupation is here. Karmic masculine. Somebody, you got a karmic masculine that's going to try to come your way. All right, but they might not make it. Give somebody could be coming towards you with a gift. Spirit is asking you to use your discernment. All right, there's a new path here. You could be receiving a new gift. Yeah, intuition, surprise. All right, so something could be changing with your gifts. Awakening and partnership. All right, magician, tower, and money is here. All right, success. I'm hearing stacking. Karma is here. These third party motherfuckers gotta watch you. Yeah, you're ascending. Keep trusting your intuition, all right? Keep trusting that motherfucker. All right, somebody tried to tear you apart. Somebody tried to tear you apart. Courthouse is here. Somebody really didn't want you to receive something. Wiretap, all right, and renewal. Somebody didn't want you to receive no renewal. Spirit say, watch this. The magic is right in front of you. The magic is right in front of you. Look in the mirror, shit. The magic is you. All right. The courthouse is looking over some sort of dirty offer. False paperwork. Oh my God. Somebody did some false ass paperwork. Somebody tried to take something from you. They say, watch this magic. You're getting ready to get a big key, right? Some sort of key to something big is here. Some sort of justice, Libra energy. All right, trillionaire. Somebody getting arrested because it's a lot of money. All right, your first plan. Something about your first plan. Remember your first plan. It was something that you wanted to do at first. And Spirit is saying, think about that. All right, doing something that you can't resist. And congratulations, you did it. All right, you did it. Talking to a Sagittarius. Or you could have Sagittarius in your placements. All right, somebody Somebody is studying you, a baby father. 3, 2, 1, boom. Something's getting ready to happen when you least expect it. All right. Somebody was doing jar magic on you. All right. But not knowing that you were protected by the darkness. All right. You got fast action coming in a week here. But something is happening. All right. Fast action. Sagittarius energy again. Sagittarius talks about finding your beliefs. All right. Your purpose. Somebody knows that you are right about everything. All right, because they're starting to see shit. There's a home here. There is a home here. All right, the list is open. If anybody wants unlimited readings to the end of the year, all right, one person for unlimited reads to the end of the year for $45. All right, one person only. All right, let's see here. All right, family is here. Family, Courthouse is looking over a dirty offer when it comes to your family. All right. Literally, I feel like the dirty offer was them asking to keep something. All right. Somebody learned the truth from listening to you. Somebody's having a sit down when it comes to you. Or somebody's having to sit down. All right. Or you got people talking when it comes to you. But somebody filed some false paperwork. All right. Within the court. And that shit got caught up. All right. Family. You got family members getting arrested within a week. Somebody is leaving before you have to pay. All right, so you could be getting ready to leave. All right, somebody is studying you. All right, predestined. All right, veterans claim. So there's something that's coming through, or something that has came through. All right, scared now. Somebody is scared of something. All right, flowing with the universe and letting go. Somebody from high school. 3, 2, 1, boom. When you least expect it. All right, your ancestors are defending you at this time. South is here. Somebody watching you online. All right. Somebody got a warrant watching you online. Somebody was hiding money across the seas. Taco Bell is significant, and a great uncle. Magic jar. Sun. Jar magic. All right. So you could be getting ready to leave. Somebody did a child wrong. Maybe you were the child. Tower moment is here. Somebody gonna find out that somebody is not their child. Somebody want to sponsor your life. All right, you can have a past one. Uncle. Candle magic is here. Money tree. Somebody is begging to make everything right in your life. All right. Or somebody is begging to make things right. All right. Somebody wants some sort of renewal when it comes to you. Somebody is coming towards you with a gift, a loss, somewhere to stay. Some sort of key somebody is bringing you. All right. Splurge. Somebody want to take you shopping. Well, you're getting ready to take yourself shopping. Legal papers in hand. All right. Arguing about you. All right, somebody could have been arguing about you. Somebody could have been getting a divorce. All right, somebody feel like they owe you. All right, there's real estate here. All right, somebody is not dead. All right, or maybe somebody had a death certificate when it comes to you. All right, Caribbean islands, still in love. All right, a child is here. So there's some sort of new beginning that's getting ready to happen. All right, something's coming like a thief in the night. Somebody feeling stupid about something. Somebody knows they fucked up. Whatever you want. All right, just ask. Somebody is fixing some paperwork. Remember I told you somebody filed false paperwork. Now the card came out and says fixed paperwork. So the courthouse had to fix something. All right, and now you're getting ready to receive. Look, this shit's like court's fucked up. All right, the court's fucked up when it came to you. All right, so they fucked up on some paperwork. All right, you could have been waiting on something, or they see that somebody was going to get away with stealing something, and they caught it. Somebody hates your powers. Somebody getting in a car accident, booked. Somebody could be going to jail. Somebody could have something in their system. Let's see. All right, lighthouse. Somebody sees you as a lighthouse. Somebody sees you as guidance, all right? Somebody sees you as guidance in their life. Jamaica is here and sweeping you off your feet. Traveling the world. Somebody is taking you everywhere. Mercedes, all right, is here. Got money coming in. Somebody's watching you on social media. You got more money coming in. Thank you, love. I appreciate the gifts. All right, if anybody is wanting unlimited reads to the end of the year, I got one slot, $45. One slot, $45 for the unlimited reads. Unlimited reads, unlimited questions, whether I'm online or not. All right, you can always DM me or email me for a read same day. All right, one person, $45. One person, $45. All right, you are protected. A passed on loved one is protecting you. All right, somebody who was killed too young is what I'm hearing. Heart attack. Somebody had a heart attack. This person could have passed away from a heart attack. All right, somebody's giving you what you deserve. All right, somebody ended something and didn't tell you about it. All right, somebody's getting ready to call you. All right, somebody is getting a long-awaited call. All right, $45. $45 for unlimited reads until the end of the year. Plot twist is here. So there's a plot twist. Something that you're not expecting is getting ready to happen. All right, something that you're not expecting is getting ready to happen. All right, if anybody is wanting unlimited readings for the month of May, all right, unlimited readings until the month of May. We got a couple more days left in this month too. So if you want unlimited readings to the end of May, starting now for $20. All right. For $20. All right, one slot. One slot. All right, so somebody's realizing that you are made of magic. All right, getting ready to get a pet or a cat. Somebody getting ready to get a pet. Somebody getting in a car accident. All right, for the next 2 minutes. All right, $20 unlimited reads until May. All right, payments have to be sent within the next 5 minutes. All right. All right, someone deceased is trying to contact you. All right, so somebody deceased is trying to contact you. This could be the person that was killed by a heart attack. All right, could be somebody's baby father. All right, separated from the old person. Somebody separated from somebody old. Somebody's telling you before they make a move. All right, so something's getting ready to happen. All right, and somebody is telling you something before moves are being made. All right, you are spot on. That's why nobody is talking. All right. 2, 3, 4. Again, all right. Things are getting ready. Somebody getting ready to see why they should have never fucked with you. All right. Somebody's missing your conversation. Dad's side is significant. All right. Something about a baby father in Uptown, Final Destination. They knew or they know. All right, drug usage could be significant. All right, you got good times coming your way. Somebody never slept with this person. Land is here. Something about your father's side. Land, it could be some lands on your father's side. All right, if anybody is interested in unlimited reads to the end of the year, all right, $45. Baby father here. All right, something significant about a baby father. All right. Attorney contacting karmics. Italy is significant. All right. Divine feminine. Somebody's coming from the dead to assist you. All right. Moving into a big home. Royal bloodline is here. Oldest. All right. I'm hearing you're the oldest in some sort of royal bloodline. All right. Somebody throwing their entire family away for peace. All right. And somebody is making you the happiest person. And somebody is passing away. All right. And it's something that's happening earlier than you expect. All right. Somebody having a bad heart attack. All right. Wawa is significant. Virgo is here. Walmart. Somebody could do delivery. All right. Somebody got caught. Overnight miracles. All right. Somebody hates your power because you're finna get ready to be smiling from ear to ear. West. Somebody's bringing some sort of abundance towards you. And Sagittarius energy is here. All right. This will complete your read. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right. If you're wanting to do an extended video, all right. If you're wanting another 13 minutes, all right. $15 if you're wanting another 30 minutes. All right. Just let me know. Have a good one. If you wanted to extend it has to be done. You have to send in payments by 5 o'clock. Oh no, it's 4:17 now. You gotta send it in by 10. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and send your reading over to you now. Have a good one.